We want to go now to Missouri Republican Senator Roy Blunt. He is the head of the congressional committee overseeing the inauguration and the outgoing chairman of one of the two committees investigating what went wrong with security last Wednesday. Good morning to you, Senator.
Good morning, Margaret.
Senator, we have received sad news this morning from Capitol Hill Police that another officer has died. It's described as an off-duty death. Do you know if there's any connection to the events of this week?
You know, I don't know. Officer Sisnick, now Officer Liebengood, both their lives were ended this week. I'll be interested in finding out if there was a connection with Officer Liebengood, but mostly I'm interested in reaching out to both of their families. These are people we saw every day, particularly Officer Liebengood, who was very much assigned to the Senate side of the building. And, you know, you have that loss, you have 4 other deaths of people who got involved in something that they absolutely should not have gotten involved in, and it was a tragedy even if it had been limited just to that. But then when you see this all over the world, citizens of the United States storming the Capitol of the United States, certainly something I thought I would never see, and I'm glad we got back into the Capitol and got our work done that day where we were supposed to get it done to send that signal. But the signal around the world couldn't have been more helpful to our adversaries than it was. It was a sad and terrible day in the history of the country.
I think we agree with you on that, sir. I appreciate your kind words about these particular officers. I have to ask you, though, about some of the images that have been projected around the world as well, which are of some of those officers appearing to remove barriers for rioters to allow them in. There are reports that some actually gave information on where to find certain congressional offices. Is there any indication of involvement or complicity from members of the Capitol Police?
No, and I resent any sense that the Capitol Police didn't push back, fight back, valiantly get out there and stand between first the building and then the people in the building that they're there to protect. Now, Senator Klobuchar and I have announced we're going to look into this, both the planning and whether the support was imminent. Certainly, the support from the D.C. police was quick and incredibly helpful. I know the mayor's coming on later today. They were here. They were here almost immediately when asked to be. I think we have to think about why the National Guard didn't get here quicker. But the Capitol Police fought back. You can do anything with looking at film, not knowing what you're talking about. I do know when you're overwhelmed in law enforcement, one of the things you do is try to step back and regroup,
right,
rather than let yourself get surrounded. Senator Coons is on later. He and I formed the law enforcement caucus when we came to the Senate 10 years ago. We see these officers often. We reach out more than most members do to them. They put their lives on the line every day, particularly last Wednesday, and I deeply resent any suggestion that these officers didn't do everything they could do.